Welcome back to another video and another weigh-in update. The weigh-in update of nightmares. Stay tuned to find out. That's if you want to know what happened while I was on the ship. It's taken me a while to upload this video and I'm going to tell you for why. So I came home and I had all these fantastic ideas. In my head they were fantastic and I was going to get all these things done. I had a phone call while we were away on the ship from Jack, who's my son, who said, I've had a call from the hospital. He's been waiting for 18 months because he tore his ACL and his MCL while he was playing basketball. That's in the knee if you don't know. So 30 seconds before the end of a game back in 2021 in December, he jumped up, heard the noise and has been out of action ever since. And waiting for this operation. So he had it while we were on the ship. We didn't have it, but he had the phone call while we were away. And then when we came back, he had the operation. So the night before he had the operation, I was in A&E with my husband. I tell you what, it's all been going on. You could not write it. I mean, we all know, I feel like there's just drama all the time. And I'm sure lots of you feel that way with your own lives. You just can't write it, honestly. So I was in A&E with Jeff. He had to have a scan and an x-ray. Well, he had an x-ray and then they sent for a scan. And then they found some enlarged lymph nodes. So they wanted to send it off to the specialist to have a look, just to check, because his it had changed since the last time he had one in 2012. A long time, I know. So that's all been going on. Jack's been going on and he had the op now a week ago, just over a week ago. So he's recovering. Jeff actually heard back from the hospital last week. Everything is fine. So you just feel like my weight's been lifted. That's exactly how I felt anyway. And obviously in amongst all this, I'm not working at the moment, which is a good thing because obviously I've been able to be the one here and doing the bits that need doing and that kind of thing. So it's all worked out for the better. The fact that I have no job, except I have no money either, because it goes hand in hand, doesn't it? But there we are. So that is what has been going on with me, because I didn't want to put the whole drama thing. I thought I'd just say all of it in my little weigh-in update, because then you're all aware of what's been going on, why I've been, because I did my lovely videos. Well, I thought they were lovely anyway. Hope you enjoyed them. If you are regular subscribers, then obviously it's a little bit different. I do occasionally do travel what am I talking about? I don't occasionally do travel videos. I love doing travel videos. Whenever I go anywhere, I take you with me. So it was just obviously that, but this time being, can you hear that squeaking? It's really annoying me. Hang on. But this time I had a lot of different things that I wanted to do, because what I've decided is when I do the ship content, I wanted to make it helpful content. So I wanted to do lots of different things, because I would normally just upload a tour of the ship and video, like vlogs of what we've been up to while we've been away. So this time I had different ideas in mind and it was going swimmingly until all this kicked off. Anyway, that's where we're at. That's what's been happening. I'm sure you're here to find out what happened when Beck went on a cruise. There we are. So she had a lovely time at the end. No, it's not. So before I went, you may remember me saying that I was not going to be restricting myself. However, I was going to try and be quite mindful of what we were having, and I'm not the sort of person that can say no to desserts if they're on offer, and they were definitely on offer in abundance. If you've ever been on a cruise, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I've got to say, I actually think I did okay. I did okay. We got up in the morning and we kept to the same kind of routine. I was trying to sort of take the mornings so we could do, I could record some footage And I've got to thank my husband for that, because he is a gem. I complain a lot. And we were in an inside cabin and I was like, oh, I just don't want to get up. Just leave me 5 more minutes. And he'd be like, no, come on, let's get up. Let's go. Oh, okay. I mean, this is like 6:30 in the morning. I'm on my holidays. I wanted to relax, but I also knew that I wanted to do what I wanted to do as well. So there we are. He did get me out of bed. He did take me for a lovely early breakfast, which then in turn, it worked out brilliantly, because we had the things done. I recorded all the footage that I wanted to, and then we had a breakfast. We went off the ship if we were docked somewhere, and did any excursions that were, we decided we were doing, or just wandered around the towns that we were docked in, cities, whatever they were. It was absolutely amazing. We had such a lovely, lovely time. And the rest of those videos will be coming up now that I've got a chance to edit them. So what was I saying? Oh, I digress. So I was saying about the food, I did okay. And there is going to be a video of the food that I did have while I was on board. I think I remember to take most of it. Every time I was eating, I was trying to pick it was next to me, my camera. So I was trying to pick up my camera, record while I was eating, just so I could show you not how good I was, because I absolutely was not good. I won't say I use that in, we don't want to label it, do we? I was mindful. And the good thing about it, when I eat in the dining room, the meals that come, the portions that come, they're not massive. So I was quite grateful for that, except sometimes he would say, this is edited me, and what I'm talking about here is the waiter. He would not even say, he would just give you an extra steak. I wasn't complaining, of course I wasn't. Didn't eat it all the time, I did share it, but I did eat it sometimes. There were desserts. I had a dessert, I had a starter, but again, they're not huge portions, so I felt like it was all tidy. When you eat in the buffet, that is slightly different, because you are then in control of everything that goes on your plate. But we didn't do it often, because there were so many different options, which you may have already seen some of them. I'm not talking about in the buffet, I'm on about the options to actually, as to where you were going to eat your food. So there were specialty restaurants, there were on deck, well, I say on deck, it was undercover. So there was like pizzas and burgers and things like that, which I did try to steer clear from. I had one thing from there. So, and I wasn't doing that to be restrictive. There were days when I opted for salads. There were days when I didn't have dessert, only at lunchtime. But you know what I'm saying. I was on holidays. I was going there to enjoy it. I was still fairly mindful. I know full well that if I wasn't being as mindful as I was, the results would have been even worse. And they were bad enough as they were. But what you are going to see is not just the week of what I put on while I was on the ship. I'm going to share with you what happened the week after, because out of curiosity, I wanted to weigh daily just to see what happened when I wasn't on board. I mean, obviously I didn't have my scales with me, so I wasn't weighing daily when I was on board, so I couldn't see it going up, because it did go up. But then I did see it coming down, which was quite nice when I came home. So are you ready for me to share these results with you? Maybe you want to get a coffee. We might be here a while. No. So while I was on the ship, I put on, no drum roll for this, and I can kind of half-heartedly smile, because I know that when I came back, it was all right. I put on 12 pounds. Almost stop gasping. Stop it. That's what I did. I gasped. But like I say, what I did then, I'm going to put it here so you can see a massive, massive incline. Honestly, it just shot up. I was shocked. I was shocked, really shocked. But you know, Luckily I don't go cruising all the time, because if I did, I'd have to have stapled in my, like my mouth stapled together or something. But, and this is me. This is, you know, we had a breakfast, we had our lunch, we had our evening meal, and there was no snacking in between those things, because this is another editing back. Now, I'm saying we didn't snack. I didn't take snacks with me. However, when we were in port, we did have some lovely, lovely snacks in cafes. It would have been a cinnamon bun in particular, and a beautiful, beautiful cheesecake when we were in Norway that had jelly on top of it. So there were a couple of days that I did have snacks. I'm telling fibs. We didn't take snacks with us. Lots of people did, actually. I was quite surprised at that, because as a rule, I've never ever taken any snacks on board, because there is so much food wherever you want it, whenever you want it. It's just at your fingertips. So I was surprised, but then I suppose some people, if they've got little children with them, then, or if they've got plans to go to the cinema, because it was 4-screen cinema on the ship. If you haven't seen my ship tour and you're interested, I'll pop it here for you to have a little look at. Yeah, so I think that's probably why some people take them. And then we did have, after we'd been out drinking for the evening, because you know that's what it's like. We go out drink. Well, I didn't, because I don't drink. That's a whole other story. I'll tell you all about that in another video. So everybody that I was with, Matt, Tess and Jeff, they obviously drink. I don't drink, so I just drink sodas or squash waters, whatever. Next time I'm taking squash with me, because you are allowed. My friend did tell me, I just didn't. So what we would do then is go to the midnight buffet. Yeah, we did. I mean, it was just for a snack. It wasn't for anything like a meal or anything like that. It was literally just little bits of like a sandwich or something like that. So that was happening as well, which obviously doesn't help matters when you're eating at 1, 2, 3 a.m. Well, no, it wasn't that late. It was that late one time when Jeff wanted room service because it had stopped serving. Again, I'll tell you all about that. You'll probably see all that in the vlog that I upload anyway, so I'm not going to bore you with that now. So it was basically 4 meals a day. That's 5. 4 meals a day. And £12 for 4 meals a day for a whole week is excessive, I'm well aware. But this is what happened when I came home and I weighed daily, and I had kind of got back into a bit of a routine. I wasn't logging anything on NutriCheck. I wasn't doing anything sort of diety, do I want to say that? But I was mindful about the food that I was eating. So this is what happened. Not all of it, but £8 of it came off the next week, just daily, which is absolutely amazing. And that is where I'm at now. So it means, and so much has happened since I was only away for a week, people, a week. I come back, I see everyone's changed. It's just bonkers. But like I always say, and I always have said this, it doesn't matter what anyone is doing, whether you're doing calorie counting, Slimming World, Weight Watchers, balanced eating, eating mindfully, whatever you want to call it, we are all trying to get the same end result. So everyone's got to do whatever fits them best. And that is absolutely the way that I'm going this week. And even Jeff is on board because... And it was both of us. We didn't even want a nice photo taken because we were like, no, Nan, I'm not having a photo taken when I look like this. So even he is on board with me this week. I've been talking this weekend. My daughter's been here staying. I've just been chatting to her about, because she makes gorgeous food. She makes lovely meals. She doesn't stop herself from eating anything. She doesn't restrict anything. She's really, really sensible. But she also is quite... not restrictive. She's able to stop, not like her mother. So I'm glad that that didn't happen, and it didn't wear off on her, the things that I would do. And you know, obviously, because obviously I didn't get you for nothing, did I? I obviously got you because I was overeating. So I'm glad that none of that kind of rubbed off on her. Well, on them, because all my kids, in fairness, you know, they got lovely shapes on them, and it's kind of where I want to be, is to just be mindful. I'm not going to restrict anything, because that is when I trip up. It is when I tell myself that I can't have this, I can't have that. That's when I want it more, as probably with most people. So for the next week, we are going to just be mindful. I'm going to meal plan, because that is definitely helpful. Being prepared makes a massive difference to me, and that's what I'm gonna aim for this week. So I've got Jeff joining me. He's being really not what you call it, he's not being restrictive either, he's just being sensible, and that's where I want to be as well. I want to be sensible, and we'll just see where it gets me. I also have started walking for weight loss. So I'm doing a couple of walks a week, nice big ones. So, you know, a good, I say big ones for me, like an hour out of the house, where I'm doing a lot of steps, and I'm doing that a few times a week, just to get me, because obviously not working, I'm actually doing more steps now than when I was working, because I was sat down when I was working, because I do admin, if you don't already know that. So yeah, I'm doing more steps now than I was, so I'm feeling like I'm a bit more active. In fact, when I finish recording this video, I'm going to get my slobs on, and I'm going to go mop some floors and scrub some floors, because the floors need scrubbing. And it's the hottest day of, I was going to say the hottest day of the world, the hottest day of the year so far today, hence the rosy red cheeks and a big red spot, because I did a what did I do? I did a oh, what are they called, like a skincare thing, a skincare routine. Me and Megs and Jack's girlfriend the other day, we were doing the whole sort of, you know, and she said, oh, this one opens pores. I said, I don't have spots often. One there. I don't even know they are now. They're everywhere. I've got spots all over my face, and I never get spots, but there we are. That's what happened. So you don't need to know about my skincare routine. So walking is happening as well. Walking is happening. Sensible Beck is happening, where she's planning, where she's, I don't know why I'm talking about myself in the third person, where I'm planning, where I'm eating healthily, and that's all I want to do, is eat healthily and just see where this week gets me. So that is it. That is where I'm at for this week. I've got some lovely videos, probably helpful ones as well, to edit, and then my lovely vlogs of the ship, which we saw some absolutely gorgeous places. If you've got me on Instagram, you probably will have seen it then, but wow, just wow. I mean, we were like this deep in snow. Well, we weren't that deep, we were stood next to it, we weren't in the snow, it was that deep. But amazing. And another crazy thing has happened this week. I've got to tell you, my friend that I've known for over 40 years, who has got this absolutely beautiful, in fact, I've recorded videos with her before. She's a blind collie. My friend Shemaine fosters her and has done for years. She started a TikTok, and it was basically because she wanted to raise some money to pay for the dog, because she's had lots of health issues and things like that, but she needed her teeth and her gums done. So she started this TikTok, and she was getting decent views on it. And then she went to Tesco's in Bridgend the other day. I kid you not, it's bonkers. Nothing to do with the dog. She saw a pigeon on the roof of a trolley bay park thing with the canopies, you know. Tesco's had barriered it off. She just took a random video of it, uploads it to TikTok. 2.1 million views as of today. What the hell? Now, she is absolutely crazy. She is nuts. And I mean, I'm hoping, do you know what? When this hit about 18,000 or 30,000, I said to her, this is going viral. She was like, no, don't be so silly. It's not going to go viral. And then it was just going up and up and up. So if you've got TikTok, see if I can link it. I don't even know if I can. But if I can link it, I'm going to link the video below for you to have a little look at. You may have already seen it because 2.1 million people have. So you might be one of them. But it's her. She's the TikTok lady. The seagull lady that did TikTok in Bridgend Tesco's. Crazy. And that's my friend. I know her. Anyway, I think I've covered about everything. This week is just going to be getting back into the swing of it with Jeff on board. That's a new one. So he really wants to do well out of it as well. So the both of us are going to be just being sensible, seeing where it takes us for the week, and then seeing what we need to change, assessing it next week, and then just seeing if we need to change it, if we can stick at it, and what we've done has worked. We'll see. Or maybe we need to give it more than a week, I suppose. We'll see. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. I am so happy that I'm recording again, because I haven't been doing this like myself for ages. And I will see you all in the next one. I hope everyone is doing okay. And it's going to be lovely to see you all. You know what I mean. But thank you.